welcome back. This is still Ebru's Talk, and you're still hanging out with myself, Katomi Katomi, and Turufe. And Ebru has a segment in the show where we call it Ask the Girls. It is a segment where we try and give advice to someone based on the question that they've asked us, and using the experience we have collectively as two individuals who are living our lives as young adults and older adults. Okay? Let's get into it. Someone said this: I have a wife. I have tried talking to her about our issue, but she doesn't change. This woman doesn't wash clothes.
What?
I have to repeat clothes because when I go looking for clothes to wear, I find that they're all dirty. Yet she just sits in the house and does not work. Even the bed sheets we will use even for a month, and she will not change them. Okay.
My God.
I have bought 2 pairs of bed sheets and blankets, but I don't even see them. What else can I do? Because when I talk about it, she gets mad. I wish I knew what kind of monster I was marrying. Okay, that's a bit far. What kind of monster I was marrying, because I had another lady who had a kid and I ignored her because she had one. Because of this one. And I go back to yesterday. I watched the most hilarious video. Hilarious, really chaka. You know, it was so funny. Eh? So what happened is, this man wakes up in the middle of I don't know what time, goes to the living room, and he's like, finds his wife on the couch sleeping. He's like, she's holding a mop. Like, amelala, but ameshikilia mop hivi, and then there's like a dustpan, the one for collecting garbage. She's basically on the couch sleeping, holding the mop, and there's a dustpan right behind her. And he's like, babe, I thought you said you were coming here to clean the house and do the chores. Like, look at the dishes, they're all over the sink. Look at this floor, you've not cleaned it. Babe, I thought you said you were waking up to do all this work. Do you know what she said? Babe, let me tell you what happened. I got fired.
Yes.
I got fired.
Yeah.
He's like, who fired you? I fired myself. Because I don't understand what is going on. He's like, what do you mean you fired yourself? She's like, look, I hated the attitude that I had when I was coming to work. Hated my attitude.
Valid points.
I had to go.
Yeah.
Number 2, I hated my work ethic. I didn't understand how it is possible that I report to work and all I do is sit down and hold the remote watching TV. What kind of work ethic is that? Trash work ethic. Hated it. Very importantly, I had a consumption problem because
She was caught
I would
drinking on the
wake
job.
up and I'd start drinking, and I was caught by my boss, myself, drinking on the job. And so when I collectively saw all of these things, I said, you are fired, because this is not the kind of employee that I would ever want to hire. And so I fired myself, and that's why I am sleeping on the couch. And I feel like maybe your wife is giving the same energy right now. She's giving, her attitude is bad, it stank, she don't like it. It's giving, I'm lazy all the time, therefore I'm just going to fire myself altogether. It's giving that energy of, I am not apt to task. You know, I do not qualify for this position of housekeeping. Housekeeping is not in my job description. In fact, I was not employed here as a housekeeper. And I feel like that is your initiative right here. Why do you need to have somebody doing your laundry by hand? Nunua washing machine. Kama unataka mtu wa kufanya kazi haraka haraka, buy a washing machine. Dishwasher, very much available. You're working hard, you're doing buy a dishwasher. You know, you will never have to bother your wife ever again about washing dishes and doing laundry. It's a very good thing. Or do what the rest of the country, who are sensible enough do. Just find a cleaning lady who will come to your house every weekend, clean all your stuff and dip. Like, just find a weekend help. Yeah, they come in on Friday, on Saturday, or on Sunday. In fact, they can come in every day for all I care. Let them come in, do all those things that you're saying your wife is unable to do. Because I promise you, there has to be a reason why she's like that. There's no point, at no point are you going to want to live in filth, you know? There has to be a reason why this is happening. And honestly, I don't know, most people rebel because the administration is not treating them well. So you, the administration, how are you treating your wife? For her to be able to react like this, child, you're doing something. You're doing something. I think I recommend, if you're talking to your wife and she said no, just find a cleaning lady. It's really not that deep. Also going back and saying, oh, I had this other woman, she had a child, and that's why I didn't pick her over my wife.
Has my child.
Eh?
He has a baby mama. So he did not pick his baby mama over this woman. And I feel like the problem is that you found this girl and you married her to make her a wife. And your definition of a wife is a housekeeper.
That's
is a person who takes care of
laundry,
the dishes. You come home, you find a hot meal and a clean house. And that's not her version of marriage. That is not what she thinks a wife should be. She knows a wife is supposed to be here as a supportive partner, and that is that. If you have a problem with her working or having a source of income, that is a conversation to have and say, hey, babe, I think we could operate better as a two-income household. You know, if you can, kindly go back to work. I just don't feel like it is fair for me, especially if you have no children, for me to be going to work every day and you're staying at home and there's nothing being done and it's becoming a bit strenuous. I cannot support your lifestyle, my love. I love you, but I cannot support your lifestyle. So I think that these are the conversations you need to be having. Babes, it's time to go back to work. It is time for us to divide labor, to figure out who does who in this household. Because I feel like just because you're the one going to work, you've left the burden of everything to this woman.
Housekeeping is a lot of work, by the way.
It is a lot.
Ish.
And you become so resentful when somebody will even leave the socks
on the door
floor because
it's
they're
your
not a
job.
housekeeper. Are they not going to work and putting a roof over your head? You become very resentful very quickly.
Housekeeping is a lot of work.
So sit down with your wife and say, hey, babe, perhaps we need to divide the labor.
Yes.
We figure out who does who.
Absolutely.
Who does the dishes, who washes, you know, the house, the clothes, the everything. And also, when it's not also your responsibility to have a clean house.
Right?
Why are you saying
why are you okay living in filth?
In the same bed sheets for a month.
When you
so
don't have hands, keeping tabs
that these bed sheets have not been changed.
And yet.
For over a month. And yet, you do not change them.
Even
as simple as in the morning when you wake up,
remove, put them on the side.
Basket. Okay? Alafu kama utakuja the next day, ama ujioni, upate the bed is still breathing. Unasema, okay,
very nice.
All right.
Aeration is important.
Unachukua clean bed sheets, unawekelea kwa kitanda. I feel like you're making a big deal where there is none. And if this is not the type of girl you want, stop trying to force her to be this woman. Let her go. Go and find your baby mama and say, hey, I want my family back together.
I want you to cook. I want you to clean.
Exactly. But if she is not this kind of person, stop forcing her.
issues. Yeah.
Hey, life is short, man. Life is so short.
Yeah.
Find your type. Please.
Yeah. And the worst part is, like, he's saying that he bought bed sheets and drew a blanket and he doesn't even know where they are. So you yourself,
storage.
You yourself don't know where stuff is in your own house, and you expect for I pay him na jokes.
Hey.
You know.